The market itself has changed. But I must tell you here that while it is correct that Maruti-Suzuki is dominant in the less than 10 lakh rupee category vehicles, we have a 60% share there. But we are also the number one in the 10 lakh to 20 lakh category. So it is not as if we are only in the smaller cars. Our models like the Vitara, the Brezza, the XL6, the Ertiga, the Fronx, the Jimny, they are all in that bracket of 10 to 20 lakh, and that has helped us become actually number one player in this segment also. So the natural progression is to get into the other segment. This segment is small in volumes, but as our success in the 10 lakh to 20 lakh segment has proved, uh, we hope to test our numbers in the 20 lakh plus category also. That's what we are confident about with the Invicto. See, on the sales front, it is basically, we don't discuss because we look at each other as competitors. And that's the way it should be. In fact, it would be against the competition laws if we were to discuss sales strategies together. So our collaboration is largely about production, and on the sales front, we compete like any other competitor. But I must tell you, we are not competing just alone with the High Cross or the Innova. We are also competing with 7 other vehicles in this category, including the Alcazar, the Safari, the Hector Plus, the and so on. So we look at all of them as competitors and to pick volumes from all of them rather than look only at High Cross or the Innova.
What are your thoughts on ADAS?
Yeah, so I think it's a good question because we did a lot of research, and ADAS was one of the points of research. And what we found was that while consumers in this category do not mind paying large amounts, but they are all looking for value nevertheless. Which means, and that is something which we came to a conclusion that for the price up that would happen with ADAS and the value that consumer is attaching to it, there seems to be a difference. And that is why we decided not to have the ADAS feature.
All the launches you've had this year, the Fronx, the Jimny, and the Invicto now have been for the Nexa brand. The last Arena launch was, of course, the Brezza.
Yeah.
So, what do Arena customers get to see? Are they going to see anything exciting in the next few months?
Yeah, sure. While I cannot give you the spell out the exact specific vehicles which we plan to bring in either in the Arena or the Nexa channel, but I must tell you that Maruti-Suzuki and Suzuki have been very bullish about the Indian market prospects, and that's the reason why we have been introducing new products with such regularity. And in fact, within the last 10-11 months, we have introduced 4 new products: the Vitara, Fronx, Jimny, and now the Invicto. And this will continue. We will continue to bring in new products, both in Arena as well as Nexa. On the specific question on Nexa, on Arena models, I must tell you, Arena still contributes about 68% of our overall sales. So it's a fairly large portion of our sales, more than two-thirds. Nexa used to be only 19-20%, but now it's about 34-35% of the
No, your
overall
top
sales.
three models remain the Wagoner, the Swift, and the Desire.
Yes, so yeah, so in that respect also. So I think there is still a skew in the terms of volumes, but in we don't look at it in terms of volumes. We also look at it in terms of type of consumer. So what vehicle we are introducing is dependent, whether it will be in Nexa or in Arena, is clearly dependent on what type of consumer segment we are getting in, what type of vehicle is there, what type of segment we are appealing to. The Invicto certainly appeals to consumers who are like wanting uncompromised luxury and comfort, and clearly it's an Nexa vehicle.
And how has the Jimny been doing? Just to shift. I mean, you said you had 31,000 orders when we did the drive.
So it's now we have about 36,000 orders.
And how many are you selling every month?
So last month was the first month when we started the dispatch. We could produce about 3,500 vehicles, and that's what we sold last month.
So it's about a 10-month waiting list, you'd say, or would you?
Yeah. So, but it also depends on what is the future production plan. We're trying to ramp up the production.
Sales growth this year would be a bit less. Is that because capacity constraints are there for every manufacturer?
No, that was largely because the base effect will kick in. So while we are saying that the market would grow to 40.5 to 41 lakhs, and after seeing the Q1, we still maintain that. Our expectation is that the market will grow between 5 to 7%, and Maruti Suzuki should grow faster than that. In Q1, Maruti's growth was about 12.2%. The competitors were at around 7%. Overall, the market growth was 9%. So we must be cognizant of the fact that from Q2 onwards, the base is very high, and as a result, while volumes will be high, but you would see the growth numbers to be muted.